Students, we are in chapter 11, that is your network example and protocols. So in that previous classes, what else we have completed? Yes, we have completed, that is your OSI model. Next one, it is your TCP IP, and now we are in the topic that is your other network protocols. So which are the protocols that are not coming under OSI and TCP IP are called as the other network protocols. In the other network protocols also we have discussed a few for each and every layer. So totally 3 layers. What are the protocols? There we have discussed in the previous classes. In that, HTTPS is briefly discussed for you in the previous class, and similarly now we are going to continue with the next layer, that is your network layer. So what are the protocols that are used in the network layer, that only we are going to discuss by now. So in the network layer, what is actually happening in the network layer? Yes, in this layer the data is addressed, packaged, and it is routed for you people. Yes, what do you mean by addressed and package? Yes, when you people are transmitting one message from one end to the another, what is actually happening? Yes, your message is splitted and it is splitted as what? Yes, splitted as packets for you. The packets are going to have the header and the trailer. The header part will be having the IP address of the next computer, and the trailer part will be having the next information for the next information that is coming back. ரெண்டு packets வரும்ல, நிறைய packets இருக்கும்ல. அப்போ ஹெடரில் என்ன இருக்கும்? IP அட்ரஸ் இருக்கும். ட்ரெய்லரில் என்ன இருக்கும்? பின்னாடி இன்னொரு பேக்கெட் வரும்ல, அந்த பேக்கெட்டுக்குள்ள அட்ரஸ் பாதி அட்ரஸ் எங்கே இருக்கும்? உன்னோட ட்ரெய்லர் பார்ட்டில் இருக்கும். ஸோ that only you will be having in the header part and the trailer part. Similarly here only it is routed. Routed means what? Yes, it is decided in which path it has to choose to reach the next computer, that it has to choose the shortest path. அதாவது இந்த நெட்வொர்க் நேரில் தான் உனக்கு என்ன பண்ண போகுது, உன்னோட மெசேஜை ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணி அட்ரஸ் போட்டு பேக்கெட்ஸாக ஸ்ப்ளிட் ஆகுது. ஸ்ப்ளிட் ஆகி எந்த கம்ப்யூட்டருக்கு போகுதுங்கிற IP அட்ரஸ் அதில் போட்டுட்டு அது என்ன நடக்க போகுது, நீ எந்த பெஸ்ட்டு ரூட்டில் அந்த மெசேஜ் போகணுங்கிறத டிசைட் பண்ணுறது என்னது தான் இந்த நெட்வொர்க் லேயர் ஒன்லி, இன் திஸ் நெட்வொர்க் லேயர். ஸோ இன் திஸ் லேயர் few important protocols are going to operate in this layer. In that first one we are going to discuss, it is your IP. So you people know what is your IP? Yes, IP is nothing but internet protocol. So the first protocol that will be in the network layer, it is your IP. It is nothing but it is your internet protocol. So here what is the task that is done by the IP? Yes, it is your routable protocol, and it uses the IP address to deliver the packet. So IP is nothing but it is your routable protocol. It is your routable protocol which uses IP address to deliver packets. Yes, by using the IP address, it is going to deliver the packets. It is going to deliver the packets for you. Okay, wow. So this is the task of the IP. It is an next point, it is an unreliable protocol. What do you mean by unreliable? So already I told you in the previous one, that is your network interface layer. What do you mean by unreliable? So here you will not have any security for your data. Here you will not have any security for your data. So the first protocol in the network layer, it is your IP. It is nothing but internet protocol, and it is your routable protocol, that this protocol is going to decide which route the packets has to be delivered. Next, by using this IP address only, it is going to deliver the packets for you. The next point, it is an unreliable layer. That means here you will not have any security, that it does not guarantee for delivery of information. So it does not guarantee for the delivery of your information. And the next one you are going to see, it is your ARP. The next one, it is your ARP. What is ARP for you? You people know the expansion we have discussed in the previous class. What is for you? Yes, it is your address resolution protocol. The next one, it is your address resolution protocol. So this is your expansion, and by the name itself, what it is going to do? Yes, it resolves the IP address to MAC. It is going to convert the IP address to MAC address. It is going to convert the IP address to the MAC address. What do you mean by MAC here? Yes, MAC is nothing but medium access control. MAC is nothing but it is your medium access control. Expansion for MAC is, yes, this is your expansion. So MAC address is a hardware identification number. What this means? It is a hardware identification number. It is your hardware identification number that identifies each device on the network. So what is the MAC address is going to do for you people? Yes, it is your hardware ID number that is used to identify each device on the network for you. It is used to identify each device on the network for you. Yes, next one, it is your ICMP. Next, it is your ICMP. What is ICMP for you? Yes, it is your Internet Control Message Protocol. So, it is your Internet Control Message Protocol. Yes, what this protocol is going to do for you people? Yes, it is used to by network devices to send error message and some operational information. So this ICMP is used to send error message. It is used to send error messages and some operational information. Operational information that is to be sent by this internet, that is your ICMP. Clear with this one? So when you people will be having the chance to send an error message, so already we have discussed early why we are discussing the previous protocols. That is, it is a which one layer is giving a guarantee. What guarantee it is giving? If the message that you have sent is not reaching the destination, means it is going to check that one and it is going to resend the message again for you. So yes, that is the guarantee given by that layer. So in this network layer, this protocol is helping you people to send the error messages. So for example, there will be a situation for a host or a router might not be reached at the given time. So it is going to be wait there, and next it is going to be resend the message or resend the error messages for you and informing you people that is the server is busy. Like that message you will be getting now. Yes, that is done by this Internet Control Message Protocol. And next protocol you people are going to see is IGMP. And the next one, it is your IGMP. What is this for you people? Yes, it is your Internet Group Management Protocol. It is nothing but it is your Internet Group Management Protocol. What this protocol is going to do? Yes, it is a communication protocol used by host and router. So it is your communication protocol used by whom and all? Yes, used by your host and the router. So when you people need this one, by the name itself, it is your group. It is your group. So when you people are having a group communication, during that time, you will be using this protocol to multi-telecast the messages to multiple IP address at once. Since it is your group, group means what? So at a single time, it must reach many devices or many computers for you people. So that is done by this protocol in the network layer. So clear with the 4 protocols that we have discussed in this network layer. Yes, what are the protocols we have discussed? Yes, first one, it is your IP, and next one, it is your ARP, and next one, it is your ICMP, and the next one, it is your IGMP. So clear with the protocols that we have discussed in the network layer? Yes. Yes, next it is your transport layer. So what is actually happening in this layer for you? Yes, sessions are recognized and data packets between the host or swapping, that is moving has happening in this layer only. So here sessions are identified, sessions are recognized for you, sessions are recognized for you people. And what is happening? Yes, data packets are swapped between the, swapped means what for you? Yes, it is moved between the host and the client, between the host and the next system, between the host and the next system in this layer. Here you people are going to have two main protocols. Here you are going to have the two main protocols. That is your, first it is your TCP. What is for your TCP? Yes, it is your transmission control protocol. First one, it is your transmission control protocol. What this protocol is going to do for you people? Yes, it provides a reliable connection oriented transmission between hosts. So this layer, it is going to give reliable connection. It is going to give reliable. What do you mean by reliable? Yes, it is going to give a guarantee for you people. That is, it is going to ensure the delivery of the message. Yes, what else message you people are sending, that will surely reach the next end. That guarantee or that assurance is given in this layer by this protocol for you, And the next one, it is your UDP. The next one, it is your UDP. Yes, it is your user datagram protocol. It is your user datagram protocol. What this protocol is going to do? Yes, it provides a connectionless. It is your connectionless. This protocol is to give a connectionless, unreliable. Unreliable means there is no secure for you people. Unreliable, one-to-one or many-to-many delivery. One-to-one or many-to-one delivery of the message. So in the transport layer, you people are going to have two important protocols. That is your TCP and the next one, it is your UDP. What is TCP? Yes, it is your transmission control protocol, and it is going to give a reliable connection. That is, it ensure the delivery of your packets between the host. It is giving a guarantee. கண்டிப்பா என்ன பண்ணிரும், உன்னோட packets போயிரும், உனக்கு guarantee கொடுக்கு. எந்த protocol கொடுக்கு? TCP கொடுக்கு. And the next one, it is your UDP. That is nothing but user datagram protocol. So it is, when this protocol is used for you, yes, when you people are going to have a connectionless service, there you people are going to have UDP. It is unreliable. What do you mean by unreliable? It is not there. You are unable to have a guarantee whether your packet will reach or not. Similarly, and the next, it is going to give service for one-to-one delivery or many-to-one or one-to-many delivery. That means only one from one computer to another computer, another one from many computers to one computers, otherwise from one computer to many computer. That is, when you people are sending a message to group, no, that can be controlled by means of this UDP protocol only. So first, while beginning itself, I told you sessions are recognized for you. What do you mean by sessions? Yes, timing, when which packet must go in which route, that session is decided in this layer only. Yes, next we are going to see it is your application layer. Next we are going to discuss the application layer. So this layer is just a combination of session layer, presentation layer. It is just a combination of session layer, presentation layer. The next, it is your application layer in your OSI model. The OSI model, we have discussed 7 layers, no? But in the next TCP IP, you will be having 4 layers only. While discussing that itself, I told you people, in this application layer, you will be having the combination of the 3 layers of the OSI model. So what is actually happening here for you people? Yes, here it is going to have the protocols like, the first one, it is your HTTP. First we are going to see the protocols. The first one, it is your HTTP. What is HTTP for you? It is the most familiar for you people. Many times I have repeated this for you. It is your Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So here it is the most important core of the World Wide Web. That is your important protocol of www. Okay, wow. HTTP is the important protocol of www. And the next one we are going to discuss is FTP. Next one, it is your FTP. What is FTP? Yes, it is your file transfer protocol. It is your file transfer protocol. What is actually happening here? Yes, it is enables a client to, yes, it is going to enable clients to send and receive files. Send and receive files. It is receive files from an end, from another end, that is from a server or from another one computer. So this protocol is helping you people to send or receive files. And the next one you are going to see, it is your Telnet. Next protocol is nothing but it is your Telnet. What is actually this going to do? Yes, it is going to connect to another computer on the internet. So by using this protocol, you people are going to have connection. You are going to have the connection. And the next one, it is your SMTP. SMTP is nothing but Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Yes, by the name itself, it is going to give email service for you people. It is going to give email services. And the next one, it is your DNS. What is the DNS for you? It is your domain name system. It is your domain name system. Yes, it is what it is going to do. Yes, it is going to refer to the other host computer by using the names rather than number. It is going to use the name. Already we have discussed the domain name and IP address, no? So instead of using the IP address, you people are going to have the domain name. You are going to use the name. That is already I told you, for www.google.com, a number is there. No need to use that number. Just you people go on with the www.google.com. So DNS provides you people by using the number, using the name rather than the number. So these are the protocols that are used in the application layer. So what are the protocols are used? Yes, first one it is your HTTP, next one it is your FTP, next one it is your Telnet, and the next one it is your SMTP, and the next one it is your DNS. Next, we can have a quick recap of the topics that we have discussed in this lesson. Yes, first what we have discussed? Yes, first we have discussed what is the definition for the internet. Next, intranet. And the next one, it is your extranet. What is the internet for you people? What is the definition for internet? Yes, internet is a network of global connection. It is a network of global connection. Next one, it is your intranet. What it is for you? Yes, it is your private network within an enterprise to share company data and resources. Next one, it is your extranet. What is for you? Yes, it is your private network that uses which technology? Internet technology. And it is going to share business information for you. It is going to share business information for you. Next topic, what else we have discussed in this lesson? Yes, next we have discussed the comparison between internet, intranet and the extranet. Similarly, application also. Next we discussed mobile networks. Next we discussed mobile networks. In mobile networks, what we have discussed? Yes, how the mobile actually, how the connection is made, how the mobile is going to work for you, and which concept it is going to use. That is your circuit switching or by packet switching, that and all we have discussed. Similarly, we have discussed five generations of mobile networks we have completed in mobile networks topics. So what is the first generation for you and in which year it begins? Yes, it is in 1981, and here only the NMT is launched for you. Next one, it is your second generation. In the year 1991, GSM was launched for you. The next one, you are going to have the second to third generation bridge, and here GPRS was launched for you. The next one, it is your 3G 2003 UK based, okay ma'am. Then the fourth generation is 2007 and fifth generation is 2019. Still it is going on, the development is going on for you people. Next, what topic we have discussed? Similarly, we have discussed few terms, that is your Wi-Fi. You people are familiar with the term Wi-Fi, that is wireless fidelity. What is the term Wi-Fi for you? Yes, it is your light emitting diodes for the purpose of data transmission. Next, we have discussed RFID. Next, the topic we discussed is RFID. What is this RFID is going to give for you people? Yes, by using this concept, you people are going to identify another one object. Here you people are going to have a reader, you are going to have a controller and a tag. So main 2 points you people will be having, that is your tag and your reader. By using that reader, you are going to read the information that is given in the tag for you. Yes, that is your RFID. Similarly, working principles also we have discussed in RFID. And the next we are discussing, it's your that is your reference model. In that, first we completed the OSI model. Here it is going to have 7 layers for you. It is going to have 7 layers for you. Next, what we have discussed? Yes, it is your TCP/IP. It is going to have 4 layers for you. It is going to have 4 layers. And next we discussed what are the other layers we are having. Next only we have discussed the other protocols, other network protocols. So many protocols we have discussed along with this short format and along with the expansion we have discussed. So clear with the topics. Similarly, we have compared the OSI model along with the TCP/IP model. Yes, what are the layers that are seen in the OSI model? Yes, the first one, it is your application layer, and the next one, it is your presentation layer, and the next one, it is your session layer, and the next one, transport layer, and the next one, it is your network layer, and the next one, it is your data link layer, and next you people will be having your physical layer. Next, it is your physical layer. So these 2 layers, that is your data link layer, yes, physical layer, together will be forming your network access layer. It is your network access layer. And next, it is your network layer. And here you will be having the transport layer. And next you people will be having these 3 together will be forming a application layer. It will be forming your application layer, and that is in your here, that is your TCP/IP, and this is for your OSI model. So clear with the layers that we have discussed by today. So these are the topics that we have covered in chapter 11, that is your network example and protocol. So clear with the topics and clear with the protocols and why you people need this and what are the expansions, everything you are clear. Yes, thank you students.